Please join me in the pledge to the American flag, the Texas flag, and a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you. You may be seated.
Okay. On behalf of the Canyon High School class of 2025, I would like to welcome you to our commencement ceremony. I would like to introduce our Board of Education. Audience, please hold your applause until they have all been introduced. Ginny Weingarner, Matt Parker, Lori Gilliland, Casey Posey, Catherine Wiegand, Mandy Palmer, Randy Davis. Also joining us tonight is the CISD Superintendent's Cabinet, Robin Cranmer, Cameron Rosser, Layla Vela. Also, please welcome our Director of Secondary Education, Mark Hamill, and our Superintendent, Dr. Daryl Flushy. I would also like to welcome the faculty of CHS, family, and friends. Each person attending this has played a big part in the journey to get to this night. We appreciate you joining us for this special occasion.
We are honored to have Canyon High's class of 1975 as our guest this evening. We would like to acknowledge those who have joined us for this special occasion. Please stand as I call your name and remain standing. Audience, please hold your applause until I have called the last name. Polly Crawford, Karma Denton, Juanita Hartman, Ray Higgs, Mark Jackson, Kim Johnson, Fanette Kincaid, Gary Lagrone, Mary Lisa McBride, Angela Mayfield, Marilyn Robinson, Jo Beth Price, Kathy Rose, Jeff Stalker, Larry Vaughn, and Kim Yarbrough. I present the class of 1975.
The sacrifice of serving our country is one that each of us should appreciate. The class of 2025 would like to honor our classmate who is making this sacrifice to serve in the armed forces. Please stand as I call your name and remain standing. The member of the class of 2025 who will be serving our country is Connor Rogoski, serving in the United States Navy. We would also like to recognize those members of the audience who have served our country in the armed forces. If you are a veteran or are currently serving, please stand so that we may also honor you. Wait for the end to, oh, sorry. Thank you. Oh, and you may be seated.
At this time, the senior class of 2025 would like to present our class gift. The class is donating funds to be designated for use toward improvements at CHS. I would like to ask Canyon High School Principal, Mrs. Jennifer Boren, to step forward to accept this gift. Now, I would like to thank Miss J.C. Copeland, the class sponsor for the class of 2025. Ms. Copeland has helped us tremendously over the last 4 years, working in concession stands, planning prom, helping in elections, tonight's all-night party, along with many other events. We are giving a gift to thank her for all of her time and hard work. At this time, Ms. Copeland, please join me on stage and accept our gift to you for your hard work and dedication as our class sponsor.
Hello and good evening. Thank you, friends, family, graduates, and faculty for being here tonight. It is an honor to be able to celebrate this important milestone with everyone today. The last time most of us wore these caps, we were standing next to our classmates at our kindergarten graduation. Since then, we have had 12 years to explore our own educational paths, and we have developed our own personalities, dreams, and ambitions. Today, we celebrate those 12 years, from kindergarten to senior year, acknowledging how much effort and dedication it took to be able to sit here today. I would like to take a moment to express appreciation for the community that helped us to get here. We didn't travel this journey alone, and all of these emotions and celebrations are meant to be shared. I want to thank our parents and family members who cheered us on through all of our wins and losses. I want to thank each teacher who taught us so much more than a textbook curriculum, fostering a learning environment that prepared our class for the great successes I know are in our futures. And finally, I want to thank the wonderful administration of Canyon ISD, who tirelessly supported our class during the process of reaching our atmospherically high goals. For each graduate here, I know there are countless influential people who helped them on their path to this seat on this field today, and I hope you know how much we appreciate you being here. I remember being little and thinking how amazing it would be to make my own decisions. But now, as seniors in high school, we are asked to make a lot of them, and I never expected that to be so hard. Maybe this is the reason that I felt I spent much of my senior year saying, I don't know. I didn't know what I wanted to do after high school. I didn't know which college to choose. Sometimes I didn't even know if I was excited for the future anymore. The pressure to make decisions that I wasn't ready for caused me to invest time and energy into things that weren't important to me, just because I didn't want to close any doors too soon. Looking back, I wish I would have asked myself what it was that I truly wanted. I think this is something many of us can relate to. This pressure often comes from an internal fear of uncertainty, the idea that anytime we don't have the answers, we're doing something wrong, the idea that I don't know isn't good enough. But if we rush into a decision just to avoid the discomfort of not knowing, we risk putting our energy into things we aren't passionate about. Sometimes giving ourselves the time and space to figure things out is the best decision we can make. Sometimes, if we can learn to deal with it, not knowing is right where we need to be. So, how do we become comfortable with the I don't know? We could look back at history to 1776, when the young American colonies, unsure of their futures, found their direction through the words of the Declaration of Independence. We can find inspiration in the words, the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The pursuit of happiness. For being only 4 short words, it is an incredibly powerful phrase. I've always found it interesting, though, that it didn't say the right to happiness itself. I mean, that would be the easiest answer, right? Instead, it says the right to the pursuit of happiness. Happiness isn't something anyone can give us. It's something that we have to find for ourselves, something we have to pursue ourselves. So while we search for that happiness, we can, much like the American colonies did, find value in the journey to our goals. Because the journey is where most of our life happens. Over time, we will have changes in our careers, changes in our goals and dreams, and ultimately changes in what we want out of life. If we can learn to navigate the uncertainty of change, then we will give ourselves the opportunity to enjoy every moment, rather than focusing only on the end goal. Up until now, our lives have been mapped out for us. We have been guided by expectations of success, of structure, and of stability. But now, for the first time, we're the ones determining our direction. The minute we step outside of this stadium, the decisions are officially all ours. And as that structure begins falling away, I want to challenge us to lean into the unknown. As we are exposed to worlds that we have never seen before, developing our own morals and ideas, there are going to be times when we question every one of our decisions. More than once, we will again find ourselves saying, I don't know. The uncertainty will start to creep back in. But I encourage us to be confident in our decisions, resisting the temptation to choose the easiest answer and avoid staying on a path that we know isn't right for us. If we can continue to keep ourselves in the mindset of pursuit, chasing our dreams and ambitions, then I am confident that each one of us will end up right where we need to be. All of us have been taught to work hard, and I truly believe this class is capable of achieving incredible things. Our drive and determination will take us far. If we allow ourselves to have faith in the foundation that we have built, making sure that we are working for the right things, then I know our impact on this world will be a good one.
Good evening. Thank you, everyone, for being here today to celebrate the accomplishments of Canyon High School's graduating class of 2025. I would like to thank the Canyon High School administration for organizing graduation and providing this venue so that this can be a special event for us. I also want to thank the administration for their consistent involvement in the lives of our senior class. Your support has truly made an impact on our success, the execution of our goals, and our futures. Thank you, teachers, for your willingness to mold us and provide us with your best knowledge and insight so that we too can share your wisdom. And thank you, parents, for the support of the students here today. We would not be here without you. Today, I am honored to stand and deliver a speech that I hope will be an inspiration as we transition into a new phase of our lives. If I was told to describe our class with one word, I would say talented. As I look out onto the field, I see so many individuals with so many different abilities. I see people who have worked to be excellent at their chosen activities. I see people who have represented our school at high levels of competition, including state championships and national championships. I am amazed as I recall everything our class has accomplished over our 4 short years at Canyon High School. But even though we have already achieved a great amount, we still have room to grow. 1 Corinthians 9:24 states, "Do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one gets the prize? Run in such a way as to get the prize." This verse has been my inspiration for my academics and activities throughout high school, and I believe it has a meaning that will benefit all of us as we proceed into our future. Friends, it's not about the prize, it's about the run. Let's suppose that there are 2 runners with close qualifying times in a race. Both of the runners want to win. At the end of the race, one of the runners inevitably beats the other. However, instead of the first place runner being awarded the first place medal, the second place runner is awarded first prize. This would not make any sense. What does the first place medal mean to the second place runner? Nothing. It is not representative of the second runner's accomplishment. Prizes hold no value without earning them through hard work and perseverance. But if you run in a way to get the prize, you will be rewarded. You will improve your abilities, and most importantly, you will build your character. Let your motivation to work hard be that through your work, you will become a stronger individual. You will not always be able to give your best in everything, and that is okay. Failures are inevitable. The only reason to be guilty about your failures is if because of them, you choose to give up. It is our courage to continue to strive for excellence that allows us to conquer our shortcomings. Do not allow yourself to fall into the temptation of simply just being good enough. Strive for what is best so that you can make an impact on those around you. The future may seem daunting. Know that you will not have to go through it alone. You have people in your life who are rooting for you to soar. It is because of these relationships that you can go out into the world confident and equipped for whatever comes your way, whether it be good or bad. Sometimes things will not happen the way you want them to. You may find that you want to change your major, change your career path, or change the school you attend. It is completely okay to change your mind. Be flexible and trust that you have a purpose. Everyone has unique abilities, and some of us come to discover these abilities later than others. Allow yourself to be drawn towards these talents so that you can find something to be passionate about. For it is through our passions that we are propelled to make a difference. Friends, the only way the world can be a better place is if our generation does things better than the last. We respect our parents, our grandparents, our teachers for what they have done for us, and they have done so much. They have made the world a better place during their time, but we are the future. The role models in our lives have prepared us to make the world a better place. We are called to continue their work, to refrain from indifference, to be agents of change, to take courage, to be strong, to work, to put forth our best efforts in everything we do, to strive for excellence, to challenge ourselves, to recognize our mistakes, to be lifelong learners, to be leaders, to educate, to remain patient, to forgive each other when we fall short, to respect, to be loyal, to serve, to hold steadfastly to our morals, and most importantly, to love each other as we go on our journey. Fellow graduates, if there is anything you remember from my words here today, let it be this: let all you do be done in love. If we do that, it takes care of the rest. If we love one another, we will work hard and persevere for one another. If we love, imagine the difference we can make in so many lives. You can make a difference. We can make a difference. Together, no matter how small we may be in comparison, we can make the world beautiful. Thank you, everyone, and congratulations.
Good evening, class of 2025, faculty and staff, family and friends. It's an honor to be here with you tonight and to celebrate this important moment. And graduates, since it's your moment, I'll be brief. We have an old tradition at Canyon High of recognizing just a few of the wonderful accomplishments of our graduating students. We do this in part to show that the tradition of excellence is as much a part of this class as it has ever been at Canyon High School, and in part to show you, family and friends, how exceptional these students are. So class of 2025, I'm going to need your help. Would you please stand up if you have maintained an A or B average all the way throughout high school? Stand up, please. And would you remain standing if tonight you are graduating in the top 10% of your class? And would you remain standing if you are graduating tonight in the top 10 in your class? And would you remain standing if you are in the top 2 of your class? Ladies and gentlemen, please applaud the Canyon High School salutatorian and Canyon High School valedictorian. Great words tonight, ladies. Good job. Thank you. All right, now that everyone is seated, class of 2025, please stand if you have participated in any extracurricular activity, club, team, or group while at Canyon High School. And would you remain standing if you have competed at the district level in any activity? And would you remain standing if you have competed at the area or regional level in any activity? And would you remain standing if you have competed at the state level in any activity? And would you remain standing if you have won a state or national title? Thank you, graduates. You may be seated. These accomplishments are remarkable, and every year as we celebrate them with our graduates, I am amazed by the courage, resilience, and excellence of our students. Recognizing the outstanding personal and corporate accomplishments is one of my favorite parts of graduation. Speaking of traditions, another one of my favorites is choosing the class song. This year's class chose the song Unwritten. My daughter was 6 years old when that song was first released. It's always been her favorite, so I have heard those lyrics thousands of times. And 3 of the themes from the lyrics feel especially relevant for me to share with you tonight, graduates. Number 1, no one else can feel it for you. I'm not literally talking about feeling the rain on your skin. I'm talking about experiencing life, the devastating lows and the soaring highs. This milestone in your lives marks a huge step forward in your independence. Whether you're going on from here to join the workforce or the military or continue your academic pursuits, it's all up to you now. No one else can do the work for you. Not your parents or your teachers or your coaches. It's a huge responsibility, but it's also a huge opportunity. What will you do with it? Number 2, we've been conditioned to not make mistakes. And you know what line comes next in the song? But I can't live that way. At Canyon High, we have pushed you to be excellent in everything you do, and you have risen to the occasion over and over again. But excellence is not the same as perfection. You're going to make mistakes along the way. We all do. It's not your ability to avoid making mistakes, but your integrity in the face of those mistakes. That's what makes you excellent. Be bold enough to be wrong. Be humble enough to admit it, and be determined to make it right. And number 3, the rest is still unwritten. The refrain of the song and the crux of the message, you all have packed a lot of life into your time here at Canyon High. What's next? The rest of it. Every day is new. Every day is another chance to experience all the fullness this life has to offer. And every day is another chance to keep pursuing the values that were still in you here at Canyon High. To be bold, to be humble and kind, to be excellent. And sure, you'll make mistakes along the way. But let these words remind you that you have a chance to choose. Own your mistakes, turn the page, and make your today a story worth telling. So, like I said, a great song choice for your class song. Another song worth mentioning tonight is the Canyon High Alma Mater. We sing it at every football game and every pep rally. You may know the words so well at this point that you've stopped thinking about them. And so I want to remind you that every time you've sung that song over the last 4 years, you have made a pledge. We'll give our best for Canyon High School now. Just a few moments, all the recognition and applause happen for you, graduates, because of everything that you have accomplished. For me, that's all the evidence needed to prove that these words were not just an empty promise from you. You have pledged to give your best to Canyon High, and for the last 4 years, you've done it. You've given your best on the field, on the court, on the stage, in the ag barn, in the classroom, In everything that you have done, you have given it your all, and it has paid off. Now you're graduating, and when you give your best, it won't seem to be for Canyon High School. You'll give your best for your college, for your job, for the military, for your family, and for your friends. As you go through life, the people or places or things that you give your best for will change. It's imperative as you face these changes that one thing stays the same. Keep giving your best. I hope your hearts are filled with gladness. Mine is certainly filled with pride. For all of the great things that you have already done, I can't wait to see what you do next. Pens in your hand, ending unplanned. The rest is still unwritten. Dr. Flushy, I hereby certify that these students have met all of the requirements set forth by the Texas Education Agency in order to receive their high school diploma or certificates of completion. It is my honor to present to you and the members of the Canyon ISD Board of Trustees the graduating class of 2025.
Thank you, Ms. Bourne. On behalf of the Canyon ISD Board of Trustees, I accept the recommendation to confer these seniors as graduates of Canyon High School in 2025. I'd like to extend a welcome to our families, our friends, and thank you for joining us tonight. I applaud our highest-ranking graduates, Kate and Megan, for the work that you've done and the words that you shared. I also want to take a moment to thank the Lions Club for Canyon, Texas. The Lions Club provided our golf cart service to help our folks who might need a little extra help getting to the stands. So Lions Club members, thank you so much for providing that service for our guests tonight. Also, I'd like to acknowledge a young lady who's in the senior class. Her name is Macy Latau. Macy is the queen of the Lions Club, comes to meetings every Wednesday at lunchtime and gives a lot of adults a hard time and some fines. So Macy, thank you so much. We're proud of you. I want to give a shout out also to the Canyon High class of 1975. 50 years ago. 50 years ago. Thank you for joining us today. We're honored to have you, and I want to reflect on some challenges that they may have seen when they walked the halls of Canyon High School, which was actually a different building, I think, in 1975. It's what we call Canyon Junior High today. But to take you back to that year, the president was Gerald Ford, and it was in that year that the Vietnam War ended. On the radio in 1975, you all listened to Glenn Campbell's Rhinestone Cowboy. One of these nights by some group called the Eagles. Something called Love Will Keep Us Together by Captain and Tennille. In entertainment in 1975, one of the top TV shows was something called All in the Family. And a game show debuted called Wheel of Fortune. I think it's still on today, unless they're reruns. Also, what debuted in 1975 was something called Saturday Night Live. And for those of you in 1975, if you had a date and you went on a romantic outing on your date, in the theaters you saw Jaws. In 1975, it was the debut of the Ford F-150 pickup truck. Also, the Superdome opened in New Orleans in 1975, and it was the unveiling of a drink mascot called the Kool-Aid Man. 1975. It was the first ranking for tennis players that were women, and number one in the world was a lady named Chris Evert. A little bit closer to home, gas was a gallon for 57 cents. Minimum wage was $2.10. And somehow those poor seniors in 1975 had to go through high school without a cell phone or the internet. How did they make it there? Welcome, class of 1975. For this year's Canyon seniors, just want to share a story about perseverance. It was back in the early 1970s when these guests were graduating. There was a young man, a boy in elementary school. He and his family worked in the fields in California. They gathered vegetables from the farms. His name was Jose Hernandez. One evening, Jose was watching a newscast. It was a newscast of the Apollo 17 moon landing, and Jose became interested in space. He shared his dream of being an astronaut with his dad, and his dad told him to pursue his dream, always do more than people expect. Jose went on to college, and he applied to NASA's astronaut program, and he was rejected. On average, by the way, applicants for this program get rejected twice before they get accepted. He kept applying. When Jose was rejected for the 6th time, he crumpled up the rejection letter, he threw it on the floor, and he said he was going to quit trying and pursue another dream. But his wife talked him out of it. She said, "Let NASA be the one to disqualify you. Don't disqualify yourself." In total, Jose was rejected 11 times in his application to be an astronaut with NASA. It wasn't until his 12th time to apply that he was selected into NASA's astronaut program. He was 41 years old when he became an astronaut. The average age of a new astronaut is 34. Jose's perseverance helped him to attain his dream, and he went on into space. Seniors, in short, this story tells you this: do more than people expect. Don't disqualify yourself from your path, and persevere till you get there. Tonight you're graduating from Canyon High School. Doors are going to open for you. Challenges are going to be there, and you're going to persevere. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations.
It is the sincere desire of the senior class that all graduates be recognized equally. In order to do this, we ask for your cooperation in requesting that all parents and guests refrain from disruptive outbursts during the issuing of diplomas. Please remain seated until the ceremony is over. At the end of the graduation ceremony, you may meet your graduate outside of the stadium at the south end of the building. Thank you.
Elion Jose Aguilera.
Braden Abram Alvarez.
Kara Madison Ambrose.
Berkeley Bree Ames.
Autumn Rain Emma Anderson.
Mercedes Rose Arriaga.
Samantha Arroyo.
Lily Adele Atkinson.
Genario Candarius Airy.
Yeshua Ascora Garcia.
Aiden Gregory Barrientos.
Caden Boyd Barrow.
Carter Cade Bates.
Alyssa Jade Beam.
Taylor Ann Bedwell.
Boston J. Bell.
Elena Janae Belina.
Sandra Nave Benson.
Adam Joseph Bagara.
Landry Kate Bice.
Trinity Namaste Black.
Jaylee Grace Blakely.
Raleigh Tate Blankenship.
Blake Ryan Bodecker.
Bo Keith Boning.
Sophie Claire Bradshaw.
Gracie Lynn Brayman.
Weston Kyle Brewer.
Lexi Brianne Britton.
Madison Hope Brotland.
Avery Lee Brown.
Cadence Marie Brown.
Ella Kaylin Brown.
Callie Emma Berger.
Jacob Anthony Burris.
Chloe Michelle Burton.
Caden Christopher Calcanus.
Allison Michelle Chambers.
Karina Giselle Cervantes.
Caden Gray Chick.
Francis Faye Chapman.
Tyler Ray Clark.
Philip Eugene Clark.
Jace Richard Klein.
Kenton Michael Click.
Enrique Isaac Contreras.
Parker Shiloh Ray Cobb.
Robert Stillman Cook.
Cade Michael Cook.
Ashton Knight Craven.
Riley James Cope.
Bentley Grace Cromines.
Aiden Ray Chris.
Lucero Kimberly Kurampa.
Colt Christian Cruth.
Josiah Reed Denson.
Carrie Nicole Davis.
Avery Gianna Dominguez.
Madison Lynn Dildy.
Cohen Jean Dreos.
Braden Strain Drager.
Manuel Isaiah Dunham.
Casey Nicholas Dressler.
Thomas Joseph Edwards.
Kaylee Lynn Dunn.
Justin Escobar.
Isabel Megan Escobar.
Celia Adeli Espindola.
Isaias Jose Esparza Vargas.
Emma Grace Evans.
Tyler Blair Eastep.
Chevy Lynn Farley.
Kylie Lynette Evers.
Ryan James Fernandez.
Brody Ray Farrow.
Berkeley Renee Foster.
Clarissa Shea Fordham.
Jordan Matthew Gable.
Faith Lynn Franklin.
Christiana Marie Garcia.
Alvino Fabian Garcia.
Elliot Marie Garrison.
Regan Joseph Garcia.
Miles Diego Gomez.
Mark Aaron Gomez.
Zoe Mae Grissom.
Soraya Layla Renee Green.
Dally Michelle Hall.
Noah Angel Guzman.
Brighton Grace Harbert.
Taylor Gwen Halstead.
Tryon Tab Henderson.
David Kyle Harper.
Christina Sky Hernandez.
Gracie Ann Henson.
Carter Jackson Reed Hickey.
Zoe Faith Hernandez.
Nicholas Cade Hooley.
Maddie Elizabeth Height.
Andrew Blaine Huddleston.
Kenley J. Howell.
Christian Bradley Huckel.
Jera Faye Huffnagel.
Landry Nicole J.
Isabel Aaron Hunt.
Claire Rose Johnson.
Charles Austin Johns.
Ellie Nicole Jordan.
Jacob Hayes Jolly.
Alex Juarez Ontiveros.
Avery Elizabeth Joy.
Ethan James Kerr.
Arian Catwall Shaver.
Brooklyn K. Kinsey.
Renly Dawn Kingham.
Nikolai Marzo Kraus.
Nathaniel David Canadal.
James Aiden Lewis.
Elijah Eugene Laura.
Macy Hope Lataw.
Lathan Cole Luter.
Jackson Wright Long.
William Heaton Lonergan.
Natalie K. Love.
Angel Omar Lopez.
Valerie Nicole Luna.
Megan Alexandra Lopez.
Braylon Clay Lunt.
Danica Aubrey Luna.
Briley Faith Marnell.
John Robert Lopez.
Alexis Ray Martinez.
Carter Lloyd Lyons.
Janessa Faith Martinez.
Breely Eloisa Marquez.
Lucas Braden Mata.
Garrett Marshall Martinez.
Katie Scarlett McCarty.
Harley Nicole Massey.
Haley Margaret McClure.
Mackenzie Ray Mathenia.
Riley Michelle McCrumman.
Ashton Michael McClellan.
Callie Ann McKinley.
Addison May McCord.
Keelan Ann McKenna Metter.
Solon Dane McKee.
Jacob Lewis Mraz.
Calvin John Metter.
Trista Faith Mearsma.
Chloe Danielle Mendoza.
Inara Misro Condova.
Evelyn Reese Meyer.
Samuel Young Montandon.
Cheyenne Nicole Minier.
Philip Edmund Munoz.
Chase James Mitchell.
Summer Elise Music.
Jaylee Ann Moss.
Dakota Marshall Wayne Newton.
Nicholas Scott Musgrave.
Madison Lynn Oakley.
Noah O'Neill Neighbors.
Kaisley Celine Owen.
Sean Matthew Nickerson.
Kinsley Rose Owen.
Jacob Daniel Ortiz.
McKenna Elizabeth Pavalanis.
Mariah Divine Padron.
Winston Lee Packrell.
Reed Daniel Patterson.
Samantha Ray Philly.
Joseph Monroe Peak.
McKenna Grace Porter.
Emma Olivia Pena.
Danica Layla Powers.
Holden Evan Pignataro.
Megan Michelle Pullen.
Lamarcus Candrell Price.
Corbin David Raybon.
Mauricio Quintanilla.
Adrian Ramos.
Elijah Zibion Ramirez.
Aubrey Jalen Ramos.
Alana Brooke Ranzanette Parker.
Brooklyn Elizabeth Reed.
Joshua Ryan Rasmussen.
Teal Blaine Reeves.
Zane Michael Reese.
Alize Marie Revelez.
Samuel Jacob Rimple.
Mackenzie Lane Richardson.
Daniela Reyes.
Cambry Lee Roberts.
Ryan Allen Riviera.
Connor Stephen Rogoski.
Dominic Lee Rodriguez.
Garrett Wayne Rosser.
Caleb Nathaniel Rojas.
Xavier Anthony Sartain.
Derek Mike Sanchez.
Blakely Grace Scott.
Kevin Andrew Shootman.
Veronica Kate Shepard.
Aaron Daniel Sharber.
Ian Jarrett Stephen Sides.
Adrian Cienes Romero.
Caleb Lee Smith.
Olivia Lauren Skalski.
Kylie Brianne Smith.
Dason Taver Smith.
Peyton Adam Sperlin.
Braden Ray Smotherman.
Tyson King Spencer.
Riley Dale Smotherman.
Rashar Allen Stewart.
Devin Glenn Southern.
Jason Wayne Struby.
Cameron Joy Stockton.
Braden Paul Swanson.
Aaron Miraposa Sulik.
Matthew Isaac Thiessen.
Kimberly Faith Tacalco.
Trace O'Neill Thomas.
Alexis Lizette Thomas.
Hannah Gail Thompson.
Anastasia Jasmine Thompson.
Naomi Grace Tyree.
Christopher Jose Thompson.
Natalie J. Trevino.
Gabriela Margarita Trevino.
Caleb Matthew Tunnel.
Ryan Nathaniel Tucker.
Jordan Emma Turner.
Addison Christine Turner.
Christopher Zabian Ortega.
Hattie Ray Tyson.
Anthony Joel Valerio.
Brody Jack Alston.
Philip Thomas Vandermeer.
Jim Vanderham.
Elizabeth Denise Vera.
Noah Sergio Vargas.
Cash William Wallace.
Kylie Marie Vigil.
Brenna Jane Ware.
Lily Marie Wombold.
Aubrey Lynn Webb.
Hayden Anthony Watkins.
John Wallace Wells.
Allie Nicole Welklin.
Audrey Danielle Westbrook.
Corbin Gray Wesley.
Avery J. White.
Ashley Lynn Wheeler.
Luke Itol Williams.
Justin Walter Wiggins.
Walter Eugene Wing.
Sydney McCall Winfrey.
Dannison Addie Woodruff.
Austin Jonathan Woodard. Tripp Thomas Wright.
At this time, faculty and staff of Canyon High School, please exit your seats and form a receiving line at the south end of the stadium. Graduates of the class of 2025, please stand. As new graduates of Canyon High, you may move your tassel from the right to the left side. And now, you may carefully toss your mortar boards in celebration. And now, all please stand for the alma mater. At the conclusion of the alma mater audience, please be seated until the graduates of 1975 and 2025 have recessed. You may then exit your seats and meet your graduate outside of the stadium.